톱세와
오염 언상 들려온다. 마법사원 창밖에 불벼 생존 오염
결주 염화 하!
Oy.
생존 오염 언상 불길 가공 무성이야 직접 범비어났어 에너지고 불결한 후수
아이 톱세와
생존 오염
I think I did something during my first time, but I'm also there are a few things to still do better.
차라리 아무것도 남지 마라.
행지 법
아이 톱세와
One of the tips was to avoid getting them to negative 45, but it's like you're actually trying to win clashes. I don't see quite how possible that is.
변모
차라리 아무것도 남지 마라.
생존 오염 언상 생존 오염 언상 불길 가공 무성이야
좋아 재밌잖아
Okay,
세계다 갇히지는 않도록
they're in the verge of transform.
목숨을 걸지. 마침내 황제가 다스리는 것에도 끝이 보이나.
날카롭고 정확하게.
생존 오염 언상 형 홀리 열시 꽃 그저 익숙한 고요를 본다
아이 톱세와
들려온다. 바로 짧은 창밖에
Still have armor.
방해되는 것
I thought I said hate the clash with that one.
어느 날 갑자기 너희는 망봉에서 깨어나 죽음은 발 밑에 뛰어다녔음을 깨달을 것이다. 불기하고 무성이야.
깨우지 마.
Nah, damn.
이곳에 죽음의 시선을 두기보단 4번 수감자에게 더 신경 쓰는 편이 좋을 겁니다.
I didn't even really use these. Alright, green. Green break red.
결정 영화. 자,
I still think he's more fuck this turn. Or this attempt.
퍼져나간 탄환이 어디에서든 네 머리통을 화려하게 터뜨릴 테니.
If I hadn't already lost Rojo, we may have been in a better spot.
저 불사자
적응한 건가?
진짜 죽는 줄 알았다. 아? 아이 톱새와.
방해되는 것은 앞서라진다. 오이, 대박.
정신을 너무 놨나?
Okay, try not to use the lunacy. It's getting closer though.
그래서 첫 딜한 게 말이 맞습니까? 이제 저 한심한
In worst case, I might end up using lunacy.
운집은 범나무라, 시력은 참고해라.
첩세와
생수, 오유, 환상. 들려온다. 바닷가에 수밖에 불결 눈이. 생수, 오유. 생수, 오유, 환상.
차라리 아무것도 남지 마라.
불길하고 무성이야.
결정 영화. 자!
범비어났다. 그늘 지고 불결한
Okay, none of those are green skills. I think it's always the gluttony ones that have are green. So,
날카롭고 정확하게.
생수, 오유, 환상.
okay. Also now I'm remembering. Okay, because it said Roach Emperor. It was Maggot Prince,
지키기 위해서
Lord of Flies, and Moth Princess.
아무것도 남지 마라.
I'm wondering if there's any world where we meet those characters.
날카롭고 정확하게.
오유, 환상.
I can lie to.
불길하고 무성이야.
What happened to my dominating?
생수, 오유, 환상. 들려온다. 바닷가에 수밖에 불결 눈이.
지키기 위해서. 지키기 위해서.
Okay, we're at transformation.
갇히지는 않도록 목숨을 걸지. 마침내
Seemingly in a better position. Do clash with that one.
첩세와
Okay, hit a health threshold.
야이, 곧 그저 익숙한 고요일 뿐이다.
Okay. Oh wait, you're an unbreakable coin skill with that one, so I don't think that works either. So you take that one and go there. Okay.
발톱새와
어느 날 갑자기 너희는 낭동에서 깨어나 죽음이 발밑에 뛰어다녀 불려날 것이다.
Look around now that I'd get 2k damage.
오일, 환상,
좋아 재밌잖아.
무섭냐, 식성, 들려온다. 바닥살아버린 숨밖에 불결한 눈이
차라리 아무것도 남지 마라.
방해되는 것을
Yeah, that was the thing that would doing the 2k damage. Okay. Clash with the green. Clash with the green. Clash with the green skills. Measure this. Okay.
발톱새와
오일, 환상, 들려온다. 바닥살아버린 숨밖에
Still 2 amples. Okay, I think I got it.
지키기 위해서.
Them adding a new colored coin is real annoying. But I kind of like the idea of green coin is a counter for the red coin skills. Because the red coin skills were a bit bullshit. Granted, now these IDs started to get red coin skills.
잠깐만
Stay
얼어 있어.
frozen for a while. Come on, Stubble, snap out of it. Oh, great. He's back to normal, right?
맞지?
It was only possible because he hadn't fully metamorphosized yet. We were fortunate. Now even Stubble's giving us grief. Oh, at least he shook off those bloody insects. Our work's done here, yeah? Seriously, I'm done. Totally tapped out. That whole fight messed me up inside out. How are you doing, Verge? You sound extra beat. Unlike you sinners, I cannot be revived and brought back to full strength. This is taking its toll on me too. This troublesome variable must have caused quite the headache for Manager Dante as well. If all goes according to plan, the manager will be summoning you shortly. Be ready and steel your nerves for all the good that'll do. Yeah, Clock and the other team should be almost done with their side of things by now.
다들 잘하고 있지
They ought to
않을까?
be doing fine, right?
우리도
I mean,
그렉이
things were
그렇게
pretty
되기
peachy
전까지
for us too, right up until what happened to Greg. True. I think they had the easiest portion.
예전보다 많이 나아진 것 같다. 나도. 그러고 보니까 그 환상체 이제 가호를 내려준 아이가 없어졌지. 다시
Was
관리를
in
맡겨주실까?
okay. I got the EX. Whew, thank God. I don't want to do that again. I hope that's the hardest fight of the entire Canto. Oh, I think you're dead. I think you're all dead. The Roland mentioned.
아, 미안하구나.
Oh, he didn't even break a sweat. Oh, my apologies.
이 무기는
I'm not quite used to this weapon's form yet,
불필요한 고통을
so I may have made you suffer needlessly. Malfunction?
내 탓은 아니야.
That's not my doing. I didn't have any reason to prepare a trap like that.
평소에 무기를 잘 관리하지.
You should have taken better care of your weapons when you had the time. Weapons that fail when they actually matter are no weapons at all.
깊이 생각할 건 없어.
No need to overthink it.
내게만 운이 따라.
Fortune happened to land on my side, that's all there is to it. Ah,
그러면 이제
let's see.
기다리는 일.
I suppose all that's left is to wait.
이건
It's
실이군.
a threat. Yoshi wraps her fingers around the sword that pierces through the pinky nurse father. The blade that unravels into a single thread in her hand.
아이들은 본능처럼 알아.
Children can sense it as if by instinct.
이 사람이 자신을 좋아하는지,
Whom loves them, who despises them,
자신을 해치려
who
하는지.
means them harm, and who gives them care.
아비들은
The nurse fathers raised me. Ticket? Ever pour rice into a bowl of vodka,
방식은 제각각.
each in their own distinct way. Darling, which story shall I read to you today?
타협은 없었다.
Each unchanging and uncompromising. Hey, buddy, just say the word. If you got your eye on something, Dad'll get the whole damn shelf for you.
애정의 크기도 달라.
Each with a different measure of affection. Now please take this lesson to your heart. Upon the rock of knowledge are beauty and strength built. Your study of aesthetics begins now, Yoshihide. So you may one day create a gallery of your own,
보살핌의 정도도 달라.
each with their own portion of care. Don't you dare smile. I suffer in such misery, it's only fair you suffer too.
어쨌든 나야.
In spite of it all, they were my parents.
조그만 생명체가
A tiny life jerks and twists in my hands.
나를 의존하고
It relies on me, it welcomes me, it eyes follows every movement I make. Cannot survive on its own.
가만히 버려.
Without my care, its time will come to a premature end. That feeling is called pity. Pity? What's that? Remember that book we read yesterday? The snake swallows the frog, but wails loudly when it feels the frog thrashing in its throat. Yeah. The snake cries because it feels pity. The snake pities the frog, knowing the pain the prey will suffer as it is devoured. Grieving because the frog's life will be cut short. I don't quite believe that. That's not necessarily a good version, but maybe the book depicts it better than he describes it. Because in theory, the snake could also be crying out in pain for the thrashing of the frog as it's being devoured, and it's just, hey, something's kicking me from the inside. Okay. Do my other dads feel that way for me? No. I don't know if... I don't think many of us are even capable of pity. Because this is the house of spiders, darling. And spiders hunt. Hunt. I have to do it too, right? With this sword. Yes, when the time comes. But it's weird. Why am I not allowed to pull the sword out? It's always sheathed. That too, you'll know when the time comes. Am I gonna get a magic beeper like yours someday, Dad? The beeper tells you everything, right?
아니,
You won't be getting one, no.
너에겐 없을 거야.
Okay, but can I still feel pity? Only I can. But I can still feel pity, only I can. So may I please keep Saru?
그래,
You may, but I don't recommend it.
소중한 것도 참으면
Let something you cherish take root in your heart, and it will carve out a gaping hole far larger than itself where it was taken away.
그자는
His words were always gentle, yet the subtle tone of the chance observation betrayed that pretense.
다른 아비들을
Back then, I was
가슴
exhausted from the endless barrage of biting remarks from the other nurse fathers,
나는 그 난해한
so I was drawn to his cryptic way of speaking. For me, at least, I thought there was a certain warmth in it,
적어도
a
나에게
genuine intention to convey something to me. No. No. Do you believe you can back out of this with a simple no? I recall you bragging rather confidently that you'd beaten the attitude out of her, Valencia. What happened? Ah, hello. The brat's practically cut from your cloth, you know. Must have gotten that nasty bit it from you. Come on, guys. The kid's right here, you know. Rain, give me that. Still don't know your way around, Rain. That crazy bitch won't even lift a finger unless you name exactly what you need. Give me Zenon's tortoise spiral. Here you go. Oh, puppy. Saru. You know how to unlock it, yes? You will get the password once you return with the job done. Delay and Saru will die. Do you understand what it means to die? What it means to cut deep enough to kill.
나는 어디를
I know
어떻게
precisely how and where to stab to snuff out a life with a single thrust. All thanks to innumerable hours I've spent practicing on targets, dummies, mannequins, and chunks of flesh.
안면 없는
Someone I'm not acquainted with, an orange suit. What dreadful fashion sense. The target was an employee of a sizable bank, and I didn't know anything beyond that. Didn't need to know. But then I came to understand what it means to die. To die is to have it all end. The password. Now. Did you cut the target down? It's only been 2 hours. The password. How did you get past the fixers who were guarding the target? Cut them all dead, doesn't matter how. She was staring me down with a peculiar look in her eyes and her mouth. Her mouth opened with an equally inexplicable expression. Perhaps it was a laugh or the opposite. I had no way of knowing it. Saru was spared as promised, but every time she breathed I could hear her wheeze and struggle for air. And her tail no longer wagged with delight when she saw me. Yoshihide, I prepared a little something to celebrate your birthday. The name I have bestowed upon this sword. It is Beast Bone Blade Saru, an adorable size to perfectly fit the grip of your palm. One day, Yoshihide, I would like to have a child of my own, child completed with my flesh and blood. I eagerly await that moment with every passing day. The sensation of the hilt in my palm was the kind of pure love that only he could impart. Wasn't the first time I felt something like that. The whiff of booze clinging to her and the bruises she left on my body. The warm tone of his voice that never hesitated to read to me, even though the man always made it a point to shut a book before the ending. The desire to see me walk only with comfortable path. Walk only the comfortable path, which came with possessiveness so fierce that it sated only by being to pits of hell as those who got between him and that goal.
자신이 가진 모든
The
예술을
passion has shaped me into the only being in the world who understands him by pouring into me every bit of artistic knowledge he possessed. And the desolated screams of who could not bear to meet my gaze or have me meet hers. These 5 threads twine to make a rope that binds me into who I am. And the rope is laid along the road to... Oh, this?
딸,
Sweetheart, this is called a spiral.
한번 박히고
Once it is lodged inside the body, even the slightest of movements will make it burrow deeper into the flesh, forcing the victim to remain perfectly still.
처음에는 따끔한
It may not
가시처럼
sting any worse than a prick of a thorn at first, but the more you try to yank it free, the further it will drill into the body.
하지만 계속 파고
But no matter how much it keeps digging in, it will never make it to the other side. The closer it gets to the end, the slower it becomes. It can never meet its end point.
그리고
You know what else shares that property?
심이란다.
Doubt. No, Dad. It's freeze tag. What's freeze tag? So it's like a game where when you're frozen, I tag you and say unfreeze, and then you can start moving again.
그렇구나.
I see.
그럼 나는
Then I'll keep waiting until my darling daughter decides to unfreeze me.
그때는
I couldn't understand what he meant at the time.
그 나서는
The spiral that pierced Saru was the one used to pierce dozen more lives, and then dozens after that.
내게도 어느 날부터
Till one day the stake of doubt, shaped just like the spiral, lodged itself in me as well.
매듭을 만들고
Threads become knots, endlessly tangling and winding into a jumbled clue. Look, Mommy, I made a spider web, but if you twist it like this, ta-da, comes a ladder. Cool, right? Are you bored? Nuh-uh. I can totally play on my own. Don't you want to go to school? What? I wanna...
어림잡아
Mariah must have been around 8 years old back then.
그 눈이
When I
빛나는
saw the
걸
twinkle in those eyes, I suddenly craved the cigs I'd quit, and strangely enough, didn't miss them at all at the same time.
속이 울렁거려
My stomach lurched, and I felt like I was falling into an endless pit. I never once thought of wanting to go to school, but I wondered if someone had asked me the same question long ago, would I have been just as excited? Look, Mommy. It's the Randandoseru that's all the rage lately. I know, I'm the one who bought it for you. I can put textbooks in here. Pencil case goes here, my name tag goes here, and the lunch bag goes...
면 어떻게 되는 걸까?
Oh, that's such a pretty artwork. What would happen if she went to school?
평범한 8살이 되어서
Like any other 8-year-old, she'd begin learning how to read and write. Before I even knew it, she'll be all grown up.
음악을 좋아하는 그
She
아이는
always loved music, and I'm sure her hands will carry not a dagger, but a stylish chic guitar case.
성인
A grown-up.
저 아이가
Will she ever get to be one?
그때 시야가 트이면서
That's when my vision opened,
그때서야
and I could finally see it. We'd all been caught in the middle of the spider web. I'm just gonna take a screenshot of this, because frankly, I am mildly interested in getting a tattoo, and this symbol could be a good fit for it.
보였다.
All along.
아비들이 왜 아무런 대가
Why did the
없이
nurse fathers let Araya into the house of spiders without asking for anything in return in the first place?
거미집이 언제부터
When had that house ever been a place of such mercy, granting charity without exacting a price or a demand?
수업은 문제 없이 끝나버렸어.
Lei Hung? Okay. Class wrapped up without a hitch, you know. Well, it was easy, wasn't it? Bayonets, gunblades, all them fancy doohickeys call for some tricky timing. Must have been mighty hard for you to keep up, kiddo. It wasn't. Fuck off if we're done here. Hot damn, look at Joe, he's giving me the evil eye. You sure do. One of these days you'll end up stabbing me before you're done, I swear. Leon, you speak of the future. The future I've already seen.
에이,
Hey, Yoshihide, you've got talent.
재능이 있으니까.
Best polish it up real good, you hear?
어디 보자.
Let's see here. Next up, well, hot diggity. All kinds of folks showing up to tutor you today. Guess plenty old fella was looking forward to this. That old blood fiend elder from the rings coming in person. And this fella over here ain't got a clue who that is. It must be one of them pinkies. Ah, ain't that a hoot. How'd these devil all get us right here just months after that finger
얼마
bow
전까지만
bow?
해도 외곽서 신나게 항쟁하던 것도
Mighty sure them's the same ones that were busy raising hell out of the outskirts strife not long ago. Well, can't deny they're the real deal. Lets you learn things even them nurse fathers can't teach you. You gonna keep yapping? Fine, I'll leave.
야야야 뭐
No, what's the rush? I know you still got time to spare. By the way, that relic of yours, that sword, they say it's something real special, ain't it? Her tell that except for that pinky snake, the star, all them hot shots who tried to unseat it got ruined for life.
내가
Pray that plants you bait from the scaber and let me see it go swing. One look and I'll let you swing this here your T-Tune star blade in mine a couple times. How about it? You think I'll trust a word from you ever again? Butter my button, call me biscuit. Ain't fallen for it twice, huh? Figured you'd forgotten all them memories like old peanut shells. Well, that's the way the cookie crumbles, ain't it? Just wanted to get a peek while we trained. Didn't know the kiddo's mind would fly every which way. You could have tried to come up with a better excuse than I didn't know. Looks like we'll have to put a lock on that scabbard from now on, so it only opens with the collective permission of all 5 nurse fathers. Huh, come to think of it. It's already been 3 years since you started coming here, hasn't it? 3 years, been more like 5. Hey, ain't you one smooth motherfucker? Nearly took that as you being kind and checking in on how I'm doing. Listen, my pearled heart can't handle hearing that beeping no more. Always gets me thinking maybe it's the prescript telling you to crack my head open like a watermelon. Of course not. Even if I did want to split your head open like a watermelon, I need to take a chance for the right weapon to come out, or... Yeah, my bad for trying to quip with you. Dad, Saru's wheezing like the air is leaking out of her. I see you've regressed to that moment. Don't worry, Saru. Saru is resting peacefully in your hands. Okay. I don't want any part in whatever it is any of you tutors are scheming. I'll never draw my sword just to satisfy that cheap curiosity of yours. So give up, shut up, and... Mommy, guess what I learned at school today? Get inside. Well now, who is this little tot? Hello, my name's Araya, and there's this letter I learned at school today, and... I said, get inside, Araya. Alrighty, sugar. You run along and play now here. Okay. Fiddlesticks, now that really hurts a man's heart. Could have at least let the kid say hi to Uncle Lehung. I told you to fuck off. Is that Peanut's your leash, huh? What? Figured as much. You're holding on tight to that kid. Them spider fellows sure are sharp as a tack. Is this just more of your horse shit? Or can you back it up? Ain't that a fine mouth you got talking to your teacher? What's the matter anyway? I already kicked the bucket. But the lessons I taught you, those were real, you hear. You still following that thread tied to you? Hang on to it tight, like your life depends on it, kiddo. I ain't helping if you lose your way. That's not it. That's not how you shorten it. W-I? What? Means what do you mean it's not? No. You're doing it wrong, Mommy. Just follow after me. Mommy, I-L-Y. So much. You didn't get it, did you? Nope. Have some watermelon, Araya. You're supposed to say H-S-W-A. That doesn't work. Anyway, let's try it again later.
낡은 화면 속
Across the faded screen, light scattered and gathered endlessly.
형색색으로 보이는
The
그
kaleidoscopic light projected on the wall leaves me memorized and my stomach begins to churn again. It's pretty, right, Mommy? Yeah. M thinks it's P. Wrong again. So that's Peanuts your leash, huh?
이곳을 나가야
I
한다.
have to get out of here and
내보내야 한다.
I need to get her out of here too.
거미 집에서의 유효기간
Before the House of Spiders decides she's no longer necessary.
그 검은
Dear Yoshihide, that blade
뽑으면 안 되는
must ever be drawn on a whim.
야비가
You and I will forge another sword meant only for you, so you may keep it with you at all times. Can't you draw the blade, Dad?
그렇답니다.
No, I cannot.
이 아비들 중
None among the nurse fathers can draw that blade, save for one. On top of that, only you can wield it in all its proper might, Yoshihide.
검의 이름은
The name of the sword is
한단다.
Arashiki.
유물 중에서도
It's one of the rarest relics in existence, a pinnacle of its kind.
그렇기에 그 검을
It is a blade that cuts through all,
것은 다시 아무
and whatever it cuts can never be made whole again.
그날
After that day, I drew the sword without warning. It was decided that the blade could be unsheathed only with the unanimous permission of all 5 nurse fathers. In return, however, it cuts your mind as well every time you use it.
너무 예리해서
The cuts are so precise and smooth that you wouldn't even notice which memories have been severed away. That's why the House of Spiders is going to decide when and where you may unsheath that sword, and we will do so with absolute caution.
그래서 나는
I'd only used that sword fewer than 10
그
times,
검을 사용했다.
just enough to count on my fingers.
아라야가 오기 전에는
4 times before Araya came, and 5 times after. It was just last week we went out together and tried that new weird snack for the first time. Why can't you remember? You said they were too sweet, but ate like 5 of them. I only got to eat 3.
이제는 잊어버리고 싶지
Day after
않은
day, the
기억들이
list of memories I would trade for anything kept growing, piling, overlapping,
점점 시간이
and I
다가오고
realized time is running out.
아라야에게 아무것도
The
신경
nurse
쓰지
fathers may
않는
pretend to
척하는
not care about Araya, but the spiral of doubt is primed for the impaling.
아마도 당신들의
Biding its time for that precise moment when they decide that their fetter around my feet has served its purpose. Araya, what do you want to be when you grow up? When I grow up, Mommy? I want to be... I want to let Araya carry her own bag and grow up to become the person she wants to be. I want Araya to break free from the House of Spiders that she may find her own path in life. They decided unanimously to commence the mission. You must draw the sword. The 5 knots tying the blade, each distinct in shape, loosen themselves one after another. Aren't you going to ask me the questions today? What questions? You always ask the same thing during these missions. Will it ever end? Is there even an end? And if there is one, what will it look like? Did I really say all that?
사춘기라는 것이
They say children start to talk less and grow distant from their parents when puberty hits. It is finally happening to you too. Every time I use this sword, a part of me gets sliced away. What makes you think my memories will be fine? What? Did that stupid pager beat you to shut up? But when I asked you difficult questions. You've gotten a bit snappy, sweetie.
네 딸도 나중에
Imagine how hurtful it'll be if your daughter started talking like that to you someday. Don't bring Araya into this. Araya? Mommy? You always make scary faces when you take that sword. Come here. Wait here for a bit. Mommy? It'll be quiet and dark. When you're in here, everything passes quickly. Mommy used to hide in here all the time. So stay in here and wait for me, Araya. I promise I'll come back for you. It'll be fine. I'll be waiting for you here, Mommy.
그렇게
And so I followed each length of rope that was bound to me.
거미집을 나가려고
Tell me, why aren't you trying to leave? Why are you trying to leave? You know what? Be like that. Keep mum and brood in silence all you want.
계속 그렇게 입 다물고 있어.
That brat you call your daughter, I'll find that little bundle of liability and I'll split her in half. My eyes, no.
눈깔 커.
Eyeball cut.
아빠한테
Were you mad at Daddy for something, buddy? Please stop this vandalism, Yoshihide. For over 10 years, I've assembled this magnum opus only for your pleasure. STFU. Sweetheart,
나는 충분히
you've hurt me enough. I'm in a lot of pain. Stop swinging that sword at me.
아직 한 명도
You've still got one more of us to go through, don't you?
비틀거리면서
Staggering, I took another step into the last of my nurse fathers.
흉터만 남겼던
I cut out
그
the tongue that laughed at me time and time again, and then
아유,
cannot be freed from here without severing the spider's thread. No. Araya.
머리를
It was supposed to be her head.
뇌를 제대로 베지
Perhaps it was out of some drag of pity still left in me that I didn't cut through her brain. Or maybe after swinging the blade for so long, I simply forgot that slicing the brain is the surest way to end a life. With my own two hands, I ended the life of my parent.
나와 닮은
A face like mine, a voice like mine, a sword style just like my own.
그렇다면
Will my fate come to resemble hers as well?
무엇이든
I drove the blade that cuts through all
당신의 심장에
into her
꽂혀
heart and even made sure to give it a good twist.
만약 저물어가는 노래도 소리가
If the
있었다면
dying sunset had a voice, it would sound just like this.